like this.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I do a video with you to make
That was honestly the last thing I was expecting her to say, but then again, I don't know why I was surprised.
Pull up here with my son, and all I'm trying to do is go inside the house, and he pulls up in my driveway. I asked him to leave. He said, I want to see your driver's license. I said, for what? He said, for driving the golf cart. He said it was on a public road. I said, well, number one, we're on private property. This is private property. I'm more than okay to drive my golf cart on here. It's insured. And he wants my driver's license. I said, okay, well, then show me what I did wrong. He said, I was following you from somewhere, but there was cars. I said, well, I'm not giving you my license for that. I mean, I'm not hiding. This is my house. You can find out who I am, but I'm not giving him my license for some. If he's saying I was doing something, then he's got to pull me over, and he's got to do whatever he's going to do at the time that he thinks that I'm apparently breaking the law.
So, yeah, inside the HOA communities, you're allowed to. But anywhere, it's like city-owned roads like Village Parkway, Community Boulevard, Gatlin Cross, anything else that's not inside of, like, a community area.
I understand
And
that.
then,
I mean, I understand that.
yeah.
I mean, to pull me over right here in my house, and he wants to put the lights on and make a big commotion, blocking my driveway.
Yeah, he has the supervisor on the way also.
Okay.
So,
I do what the supervisor.
No. I have a trainee. We were close by.
Now he's blocking my neighbor's driveway.
Oh, yes, you don't have to. In here. You can put it in here.
Normally, we're stopping the golf carts because it's a lot of people are calling them City Hall. One, it can't be on the roadways. Or
I am
the
agree with
sidewalks.
you, but do it in the moment that you have to do it. You don't have to wait. You don't have to do this. We respect the law enforcement.
Absolutely.
But it's the thing when you have to
Absolutely.
do that. If you told me if I am breaking the law outside, you have to pull me over and right away in that one.
That's like telling me, okay, I mean, somebody pull up to your house, say, oh, you broke the speed limit on the highway. Well, we're at my house. What are you talking about? You know, I mean, come on.
I get you. Yeah.
Hi. So I'm his supervisor. So I'm gonna make one request.
Okay.
Okay. Pulling into your driveway doesn't negate the stop. I'm gonna give you the option right now because what's gonna happen if you don't provide the identification, we're gonna have to arrest you. We don't want to arrest you.
Under arrest?
Yes.
Okay,
So
for
would you
what law?
prefer to present the identification or not?
I have a question. No. I have a question.
I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting.
You're not fighting.
Stop. Move away.
Don't say anything without your lawyer, and they don't have any
So you're
solution for to do
so
that.
if I give you my driver's license, so if I give you my license, you will permit me, you will have a conversation with me, asking you about the law.
You're under arrest.
The kid is that doing?
Resist, okay?
I am not recessed, but the kids there in there.
Don't
The
resist.
kids there in there.
Ma'am,
Please.
don't resist.
I didn't tell you no. I said I was going to ask you a question.
You did tell
I'm
this
trying to-
officer no, though, right?
I said I want to understand what the law is. That's all I ask.
Okay.
You know, the stereotype that cops don't be doing nothing with their time, so that's why they could just sit around and eat donuts and get fat all day. These are the type of things that make me believe that stereotype. You're gonna pull somebody over for driving a golf cart in a neighborhood and you wanted him to show him your ID. Like, what? Bro, there's no other crime to fight. You followed a man on a golf cart. And even if it is the law, like officers give warnings all the time. The reason why the man was being difficult with you, because even if that is a law that a person's supposed to drive a golf cart with a license or something like that, it's just like, what? You really gonna take somebody to jail because they didn't want that right there just goes to show you it ain't nothing else going on in that area, that city, that's worth having cops. It's crazy.
In the spine,
You can't stop your woman from being attracted to other men, but sheesh. Imagine sacrificing so much to have a life with a woman, and the attention and attraction she's supposed to be giving towards you for being such a good man to her, she's giving to some random stranger. I guess that comes with the game.
A lot of people who are around my age, older, younger, are very lost in life, looking for answers. They feel anxious. If someone is starting their working life? How do you recommend that they navigate it? And what's the relationship that we should have with money?
I think you've got to question yourself on something like that. A lot of it's forced on you because of peer pressure, what you see around you. I think you got to really sit down quietly and ask yourself what's important to you. And money is not important to most people. They think it is, but if you really ask yourself what are the values, or what do you really want to be doing for a living, or what do you really like to do, or who do you want to be when you grow up, you get away from such a narrow definition of I want to make more money. Easy for me to say because I have it. But believe me, when I didn't have it, because I had 23 jobs before I found real estate, so I was poor for a long time. And let me tell you something, I was as happy then as I was once I had my own business. And I keep reminding myself of that. The money doesn't really make a big difference.
Yeah, because I know already a comment that I've received before interviewing people of similar success to you that they say, well, easy to say she has money, so easy for her to talk about it that way.
Yeah. It is, though. It's like cheating on the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the people I've spoken to will say at the point they're at in life, like they've made their money, they've gotten their success. They never talk about how important money was or is at this stage in life.
At this stage. Well, because they've had everything they want.
Yeah.
But do they talk about how rough money is at times? Because it is a complicator. It complicates life. Not that I would ever give it back. I think it's still very nice to have it because you get to do whatever you want. You get freedom as a result of being rich.
Yeah.
But it complicates relationships and makes life a little more rough to come out as a good person, I think. I hope I'm not stereotyping, but generally, a lot of people I know that have come into a lot of money, made a lot of money, really made a mess of their life. So I think in a way, life is more simple and more attainable to be happy if you don't overlay it with a lot of money.
You know, I always thought it was so interesting how rich people always try to instruct people who are not as rich as them to not focus on money and not focus on, you know, the happiness that money can bring you and things like that. Because money is not going to make you happy. And to a certain extent, I actually agree, right? But what they don't understand is that everything about what they're doing, their actions, is a contradiction to everything that they're saying. What I mean by that is, by them saying that, oh, don't focus on money so much, money won't make you happy and things like that, by you still having money and not giving all your money away, because you can give all your money away, by you not giving all your money away, you're showing that, yeah, everything you say might be true, but having money is still all the problems that come with money is still worth it. Even though money comes with that betrayed relationships, all those type of things, the fact that you still have money, with your actions, you're showing something about money must still be that good. The fact that it can do all those things and you still got it, and you still actively try to attain it.
Like this. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Can I do a video with you to make my ex-boyfriend jealous?
Can you make her do a video of what?
With you to make my ex-boyfriend jealous?
What type of video is this?
Nothing. I'm just gonna say something real quick.
Okay.
All right. This is eating my ass in the back.
Oh wow.
That was honestly the last thing I was expecting her to say, but then again, I don't know why I was surprised. I mean, just a ratchet woman saying ratchet things.
It's not smart basketball no more. I saw a clip not too long ago where Kobe said, like, yo, it's accidental basketball. He couldn't have been more right. It was so refreshing to play against Bron because every possession is like a chess match. But you don't just get that on a regular basis. It's just who can run faster, who can hit more threes. It's no substance. And so I think it's very boring.
Draymond said so much, who cares what Draymond says? It doesn't mean anything. People, this is what I mean, one guy can say this and one guy can say that. The game is what it is. People either like the game or they don't. And I think people enjoy the game, especially if their team can win. And if you look at the basketball, it might be boring to him because if he's not passing the ball to Curry, what is he doing?
I agree. Triple single is
not to single that out because I think he knows how to play basketball, but he's passed his ball to Curry more than anyone I've ever seen in basketball.
Well, there's that. So strong comments from Dre and then even stronger by the Big O. S.A., I'll start with you on this one. Do you feel like Oscar Robertson's comments there were fair or foul? Passing the ball to Steph Curry a lot.
There are figures in professional sports that when they speak, you listen. It doesn't matter what they say. You must take it seriously. Now, his flippant comment about Draymond Green is something that the average viewer can dismiss, but you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, who was talking. Oscar Robertson, put UD and Shannon up on the screen, please. Oscar Robertson is one of the greatest players to have ever lived. Oscar Robertson was the first person who averaged a triple-double in a season. He was the record that Russell Westbrook ultimately captured and eclipsed. He's a 3-time All-Star Game MVP. He's a champion. He's a league MVP. He's an 11-time All-NBA selection in 14 seasons. He's a Hall of Famer. He averaged 25, 9, and 7 in his career, and no three-pointers were allowed. The three-point shot didn't exist then. That's who we're talking about.
Now, I might be a little different than a lot of people in my generation, but I believe I have a high respect. I try. That's the best way to explain it. I try to have a high respect for my elders. I try to practically have as much respect for my elders as possible. I don't know if I'm wording that correctly. Even if I disagree. And I feel like that's what Stephen A. Smith was doing. He probably agreed or not. I'm not sure. He's a very opinionated person. I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. So he probably was, just calling out all of his accolades and giving him so much respect before he either agreed or whatever. But that seemed like Oscar Robertson, with all due respect, got a personal problem with Draymond Green. The fact that he said something like, ain't nobody got time to listen to what he got to say, and Draymond Green got to say, and then he even said something crazy by saying, how he passed the ball to Steph Curry so much and stuff. That sounds like he has a personal problem with Draymond Green. Because Draymond Green didn't say anything that egregious. He just said the game of basketball is it's like pickup game basketball. It's like going outside and like shooting around. He wants the game to be, more complex, more competitive, instead of just shooting and just nobody playing defense and things like that. He didn't say nothing that egregious. So I think that Oscar Robertson has like a personal problem with Draymond Green, and he was just using the first, any reason that he could to be able to criticize Draymond Green. Why I say that? I feel like Draymond Green could have said that he don't think that cotton candy is good. And I feel like Oscar Robertson would have probably said something, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.